South Philadelphia National Lacrosse League action starting off the weekend between the Philadelphia Wings and the Ottawa Black Bears as we get going with the Castor countdown to face-off. These two teams both jockeying for playoff position, or at least trying to get back there. As you see here on the standings, both of them still mathematically in it, but they've got to pretty much win out and then maybe get some help. And the Philadelphia Wings trying to get into the winning side of things for the first time since January here tonight against the Black Bears. Hello everyone and welcome inside Wells Fargo Center for National Lacrosse League action alongside former Wings captain Scott Gabrielson. I'm Brian Smith, and Scott, for the Wings, it's been a tough go here over the past couple of months. They're trying to get things going back the right way. Ottawa, meanwhile, had a couple of exciting games last week, and they want to carry that momentum.
Absolutely. We look at the standings. It's pretty easy for the Wings. They just have to win every game. They've got 4 games left. They've got to get to 500 at 9-9. They're still tweaking their roster. They brought back Mitch Armstrong on defense, and they bring in Nick Roulette at faceoffs, where they're 39%. Bringing him back should help tonight.
Well, one thing we're expecting tonight is offense, because we've got some of the league's top scorers in this contest here tonight.
Well, let's keep your eye on number 51, Jeff Teat. He's probably the best player scorer in the world, both indoor and outdoor. He's a lefty Canadian. He's a scoring machine. Look at that stat. 11 goals, 19 points just last weekend alone. He had 6 and 4 in the loss to Halifax. He had 5 and 4, 9 points in the win versus Colorado. Look for him to add to those points because he averages 7 points against Philadelphia. For Philadelphia, however, the Wings have the best USA-born player ever in Joe Resetarits. He's a 15-year veteran. He scored his 500th assist back on March 15th. He's tied for 4th in the NLL in scoring with Mitch Jones at 98 points. He's the only American-born player to ever score 100 points this season, so he'll probably pass that milestone tonight. Look for Joe Resetarits to have a good one.
And Joe Resetarits is down on the floor with the third member of our crew, our Mary McGinnis.
Joe, you're facing your former teammate and goalie in Zach Higgins. What will be the key to getting balls past him tonight?
Yeah, we got to worry about ourselves, right? We know how great of a goalie Higgy is. You know what a season he's having, but it's all about stick to what we know what to do best. That's Philadelphia lacrosse.
Best of luck.
Thank you.
Definitely a familiar face in both nets here tonight for the Philadelphia Wings, but another one coming back in Nick Roulette, who will take this opening face-off against Jay Thornburg for Ottawa, one of the all-time face-off veterans in the National Lacrosse League. He's taken over 6,300 draws in a 16-year career. Roulette's been injured all season long. Back tonight. Last year, he rolled along at just over 49%, and the Wings hoping that they get a little bit of a boost in the face-off dot here today, because that has been a bit of a sore spot for them this year.
Yeah, it certainly is a part of the game we have to watch here because the face-offs are so critical. Wings come in at 35% on the year, so Roulette right away winning the first draw. However, they turn over the ball. Ottawa, let's see this high-powered offense in action, led by 51, Jeff Teat.
And there is Teat at the top of the floor, running things here for the Black Bears. Teat to the left side, faked the shot. Now it's stopped by Damoud. Ball loose on the floor, and Chris Corbeil picks it up, but we've got a whistle and a penalty coming up here in the early going. So some special teams action already coming up here in this one.
2 minutes illegal substitution served by the in-home.
So the Wings dinged for an illegal substitution in the early goings here, less than a minute in. And Evan Messenger is the in-home player tonight. He'll serve this penalty as Ottawa looks to get things going on the power play. Ottawa's power play this season is at 46%, 7th in the NLL, 30 for 65. Wings getting a stop here in the early goings of this man advantage, and they'll get a chance to eat up some clock. This is Sean Simpson with the ball, and now he'll dish it off. And Michael Sowers will start this little rush here for the Wings with 13 on the shot clock. Again, they're going to kill as much of that as they can. Brennan O'Neill, 3 shorthanded goals on the year, puts it behind the net for Sowers. Sowers looking for an opportunity, flips it out in front, and a save made by Higgins. And the Wings will get a fresh shot clock, so they'll get to kill some more here off this penalty. Good start here for Philadelphia.
That's for sure. Nice offensive set. The Wings penalty kills 49%, but as you said, their shorthand goals are top in the league. Brennan O'Neill right there has 3 of them. So we'll see what they can do here. They had a great opportunity that last rush.
8 to shoot as O'Neal dishes it back right side. Now down low for Reza Terrence, and Higgins gobbles that up. He'll move it up the floor. Dustin Burkhoff with the ball at the moment. He'll hand it off, and with 42 seconds left in the power play, Ottawa will get set up. It's teed up top. Moving it down to the right side for Riley O'Connor. It's worked back around, comes back to Teat. Teat, shot blocked, goes to the corner. Quickly to it is Taggart Clark, the former wing. 5 to shoot, it's dished to the right side. Larson Sundown couldn't get it on net. The Wings pick it up. Here is Simpson. He's got to step the other way. Simpson with a shot and a save made by Higgins. He gets down and keeps that out. And in the meantime, Simpson is down and hurt behind the net. And there's Mitch DeSnew chatting with one of the Ottawa Black Bears that was involved in that, but Simpson being tended to here down at the Ottawa end of the floor.
Simpson's one of the fastest transition players in the National Lacrosse League. Up for Transition Player of the Year. He started that break, took a great shot, shows the athleticism of Higgins to make that save, but Simpson goes down. Wings do not need to lose a player like 44 so early in the game. Let's hope he shakes that off.
Get a look at what happened here as Simpson bumped there after the shot. Callum Jones coming across and delivering that hit.
No penalty. He was looking at the box to see if that was going to be a penalty for a late hit, but it's not. Ottawa remains on the power play.
Only 13 seconds left, though, as they come across the middle of the field. And Jeff Teat will start the last opportunity. Now moving around to this right side. Here's a quick shot, and it missed high and wide off the end boards. It comes out Kiernan, and now it's worked around out in front. Shot wide of the net. Wings are back to full strength, as Ottawa's going to abandon it here with the shot clock winding down. So a good kill for Philadelphia to start things off. Scoreless game here in the early goings, 3 minutes in South Philadelphia. Here's LeClaire coming up top. Working it around, O'Neal down into the corner for Mitch Jones. Jones up high, tried to find Reza Terrence. That missed him. Loose ball picked up by Sam LeClaire, and a shot topped away by Higgins. Ottawa bringing it up the floor the other way. Wings fans will perhaps recognize some of this group, and this head coach, Dan Ladouceur, is the old New York Riptide down in Ottawa, playing as the Black Bears. 6-8 in their first season north of the border.
Great player in his day, played for the Toronto Rock, former NLL champion, 6'6", big body out there. Great leader for the Ottawa Black Bears.
Another stop here for the Wings as they force the shot clock violation. And Ian Rubel's got to be liking what he sees so far from the defense.
Ian Rubel more focused on the defense. Tracy Kaluski is the offensive coordinator.
Loose ball on the floor. It's Joe Rezaterra. It's battling Dustin Burkhoff for it, and Burkhoff's going to come out with it. He'll dish it off to Brent Noseworthy, who will stay on the floor for the possession. A shot in on Damoud. He kicks it aside, and it's moved ahead to Isaiah Davis-Allen. The original wing, one of the few left. First time these two clubs have met since the relocation of New York up to Ottawa. Got together 6 times when Ottawa was playing on Long Island and split that one even 3-3. Ottawa with an opportunity here to get things going. Both teams looking for the game's first goal 5 minutes in.
For Ottawa, the guys to watch, of course, is Teat, but then Connor Kiernan's the next guy. He's the next leading scorer. Likes to take his shots. You're going to see Teat take a lot of shots. He shoots more than anyone in the league. Him and Connor Fields are the two highest shooters. They just let it rip.
Here's Philadelphia with an opportunity, and another save by Higgins, as he has stopped all 4 shots that have come his way so far. Here comes Jeff Teat. One heck of a weekend last weekend for the Black Bears. 19 points over 2 games. the 6th sock trick of his career against Halifax, and he rings the post with that one.
So accurate. I mean, he's as I said in the open, he's probably the best scorer in the world today, indoor, outdoor. He was the MVP for the PLL and the Outdoor League last year. He's been the top scorer in the National Lacrosse League, top goal scorer in the National Lacrosse League the last couple of years. 6 sock tricks. I mean, that's 6 goals, right? Double hat tricks right there, and there's a goal to kick it off. The captain, on command, delivers.
It took 6 minutes, but Jeff Teed is the first player to find the back of the net, and he gives the Ottawa Black Bears the early 1-0 lead.
Let's take another look at it. Ball movements on the right-hand side. Teed just with a backdoor cut right on the crease. Catch and release. Great finish, great acrobatic dive. Stays outside of the crease from this angle. Puts it in that top corner. 40th goal on the season. We were talking about that. Top goal scorer. He often doesn't shoot the hardest shot, but it's so accurate, it actually doesn't need to be hard once you fake the goalie out.
There's another face-off win for Nick Rowlett, so he is off to a good start. Wings made 2 moves. Again, Mitch Armstrong coming off the injured reserve list along with Rowlett. We'll hear more about that in a little bit. Wings also had to clear some space, so Tyler Burton and Connor Sellers were released from the roster. Ottawa on the attack, looking to add to this lead as they work it around the floor.
Wings have continued to try to tweak their roster, as I mentioned in the open, trying to get the right personnel, getting Mike Sowers on the floor to complement Sam LeClaire, 2 shifty righties, right? Look at the stats. They're 1-8. We're allowing the first goal. That is not a good sign for the Philadelphia Wings. Let's hope that history does not repeat itself and they're able to change some personnel and get some things going here.
Phil Caputo just drew a penalty as he was the only offensive player out on the floor. Great effort by him there as he was waiting for some reinforcements, and it was so difficult to handle that the Wings are going to get a power play out of it. As it whistles up out of play, and we'll get the call here that's going to put Philadelphia in their first power play.
Ottawa number 11, 2 minutes slashing.
So a slashing goal on Callum Jones will give Philadelphia its first power play when we come back. Early goings here at Wells Fargo Center, and the Ottawa Black Bears have the early 1-0 lead. One 0 Ottawa in the early goings here of Week 18 around the National Lacrosse League. NLL Plus is here and free. The league's new streaming service offers fans around the world access to live games, full game replays, highlights, and exclusive content. Sign up today at NLL.com/plus. Phil Caputo, one-man show, drawing a slashing penalty here that will put the Wings on the advantage.
Yep, it goes to Jones. Jones is going to get in the box. But this is going to be an interesting matchup here. The Philadelphia Wings are the #1 power play in the National Lacrosse League, scoring over 53% of the time. But the Ottawa Black Wolves are #1 in the penalty kill, preventing 75% of their opportunities. So great athletic defense and good goaltending for Ottawa. See what gives here.
Here's Jones up top as he puts it right side to Reardon. O'Neill puts it in! Brendan O'Neill over the top. A power play goal ties it at 1.
Great shot by Brendan O'Neill. One of the things I think the Wings know, this is their former goaltender for the last several years in Zach Higgins. They know his tendencies. If you see the power play versus what they've done all season, is they are tight, they're packed in. They're trying to put pressure. Look at Reardon down low. What a great fake by O'Neill to get that little high stick fake to get Higgins to move, and then he finds it down low right under that glove. What a great shot by the rookie to get the Wings on the board. Tie score 1-1.
21st of the year for O'Neill. That is only the 14th power play goal that the Ottawa Black Bears have allowed this year in 54 shorthanded situations. That's how good their penalty kill has been. And you see right there Brendan O'Neill in the race for the rookie scoring lead, but Dyson Williams having a heck of a year in Albany.
Yeah, he is. And Williams, a lot of those goals are coming on the power play. So O'Neill is in number 2. He's a threat whenever he's on the floor. He continues to add to his points. Like to see him shoot. I want to see Brendan O'Neill shoot more on the offense. He's very dangerous to cover when he sweeps across the front of the crease from right to left. It creates a problem for a goalie to see him shooting on the run. It's one of those American habits that are difficult for the Canadian goalies to see.
Jones bounced one in on net, and Sowers almost buried the rebound, but he didn't catch it cleanly. Wings do get a fresh shot clock out of the situation as O'Neill took a look down the right side. O'Neill back out to Michael Sowers. Sowers looking for a lane. He'll put it back up top for Jones. Tosses it to the corner, looking for Reziteritz there, but miscommunicated, and Ottawa's going to pick it up and take it over. Saw earlier that number where the Wings are 1-8 and allowing the first goal. It's really a smaller symptom of a bigger problem, is the Wings are having so much trouble scoring in the first half of games. It's not really a comeback thing. It's just they need to score more goals early. Here is Teat with a shot whistled wide of the net, long rebound, and we've got a collision and a penalty coming up here right behind where that rebound was headed.
It's like Chris Corbeil with a high check. It's a big body hitting a smaller offensive player. Corbeil just coming with the slide, but it looks like he's going to get teed up high. He's going to the box for 2.
2 minutes illegal cross check.
Our crew chief tonight, Brett Colomb, working with Mark Thompson and Simon DeSouza. Matt Schwartz on the shot clock, and you get a look there right at the left of your screen as Corbeil almost just kind of stumbled and fell into Teat, it looked like, but get that stick up there, and that's the call you're going to get. Here is Teat up top, running this power play unit. Second opportunity here for Ottawa, as O'Connor has 11 to shoot. He's going to put it behind the net now, out to Teat. Teat left side, they work it around, now back behind the net again. A stuffer attempt. Demude did not keep it out. He's got that shoulder up, but what a series of passes there by the Ottawa Black Bears, and it's tucked home from behind for a 2-1 lead.
Set play by Ottawa, finished by Larson Sundown with just a beautiful dive from behind. Ball gets around. Look at Sundown just setting up behind the back by Kiernan. Little right backhand dunk by Sundown. What a beautiful goal by Ottawa. Look at Kiernan behind the back, fake right backhand goal. Beautiful by Sundown.
It is being challenged, though, as Ian Rubel has tossed the flag. So we're going to have a closer look at this one. Larson Sundown right now with his 22nd of the year, but it's going to be under review.
Philadelphia's challenging the goal calling field. Plays under review.
So a number of things here. Most likely, I think it's when did Larson Sundown land in the crease.
And also whether Ian Rubel's not happy out. He thinks he saw whether his toes were outside of the crease. Looks like he's launching outside. Ball's in the net before he lands in the crease. I'm going to say that's a good goal.
Everything looks good there. Now, there is a player there on the ground. That's Taggart Clark. I don't know if perhaps he might have stepped on the crease on the way to where he is.
one of the hardest shots in indoor box lacrosse for a goaltender is a shot from behind. He's looking forward completely blind. So this is a set play by Ottawa to get the goalie, out of his comfort zone. Yeah. And Sundown just comes and dunks it from behind. I mean, absolute gorgeous play, well executed, and finished with a goal.
Everything is good on the dunk from Sundown as far as I can tell. I'm curious as to whether or not they're looking at something earlier in the sequence, maybe. See the officials getting a good look there. Now we're getting a look at that view there on the scoreboard, and there is that left toe that kind of drags. So I guess depending on the angle, maybe Ian Rubel saw something, but we'll find out soon enough here. This is the low look. Now look at the foot that's behind the net right now. There's one on the left and the one on the right. This one that drags coming around the post right here. That might be what they're looking at. We are going to get a verdict.
After review, the call on the field is confirmed. We have good goal. Philadelphia charged their first timeout.
So worth a shot there for Ian Rubel here in the early goings.
Sundown, that's going to be his 8th power play goal on the season. He's tied for the lead with Connor Kiernan. That's what that guy does. He just puts the ball in the back of the net on the power play. Kiernan's going to get the helper, though. That's his 11th assist. Ottawa takes a 2-1 lead.
So each team has found the back of the net on the power play once in the early goings here, as Ottawa's got the 2-1 advantage. Never more evident that this is a game of runs than in the Black Bears game against Halifax last week, when each team just took turns scoring 3 goals in a row. So still plenty to go here tonight, of course, as Teat works around up high. Behind the back, he was trying to find Eric Fennell there to the right, missed him, but Fennell gets it back with 5 to shoot. Now the ball on the floor, and the Wings are going to push this along. They'll get the possession on the shot clock violation. So we will have a Wings possession when we come back with 4:28 left to go here in this first quarter. 2-1 Ottawa with the early lead.
Welcome back to the Wells Fargo Center, where the Ottawa Black Bears lead the Philadelphia Wings 2-1. And a big point of emphasis all season for the Philadelphia Wings has played defense, and a key part of that is Mitch Armstrong, who has been sidelined all season with a shoulder injury. The injury has taken longer than expected to heal, but he is finally back on the floor and looking to make an impact. I caught up with him before the game about what he's been able to see from watching the game up above, and he said he's looking to really just contribute and learn from all the veterans who he really looks up to and bring some fresh legs and a new form of energy tonight. So far, 2 goals given up for the defense in this quarter.
They've looked pretty good, though, as a unit, and for Armstrong, it's just hoping to get his career going here. He's had some injury troubles the last couple of years, but Junior A in the summer playing for Ian Rubel up in St. Catharines, he's been one of the best players in that league.
Yeah, and talking to Paul Day, the general manager, he's been really excited about bringing in this youngster. I mean, he is 21, 22 years old. This is his debut. He's got great speed. He's dangerous in the transition. Very athletic defender. So welcome to the Wings, Mitch Armstrong.
Philadelphia working here on their second shot clock of this possession as Sowers plays it over the top, and Higgins able to keep that out. Fell behind him, wanted to make sure that didn't sneak through, but he kept it away. Higgins, of course, the Wings leader in all their franchise goaltending categories, played 4 years here. And really everything was lining up for a fifth until Panther City had to cease operations, and that kind of changed the course of the Wings offseason when Nick Damude came in the expansion or the dispersal draft, and Zach Higgins traded here to Ottawa, but Black Bear's been very happy to have him between the pipes.
Yeah, I mean, look at his stats, 80%, 11 goals against average. He's an 11-year veteran. One of the reason behind the trade for Damude. Damude is 10 years younger than Higgins, and they played a very similar style. So that was the thinking by Paul Day, Ian Rubel, to try to make that trade. They were very happy with Higgins. They got a lot for him, but they have great confidence in Nick Damude and Deacon Knott.
Got a penalty coming up here on Ottawa, a cross check up high. It's going to put the Wings back on the power play for the second time.
Ottawa, number 77, minor penalty, illegal cross check.
Reed Kurtz going to the box.
Kurtz, the University of Delaware product, right down the road.
Another rookie on the field right there.
His brother Ty is in Albany, doing good things there. Wings looking for the equalizer here on their second power play. 1-for-1 here in the early goings. In front, here's a chance. They score! Terrific effort going to the net. And the Wings have tied it up with a second power play goal here on the evening.
Phil Caputo delivers. What a perfectly executed power play for the Philadelphia Wings. Great movement, up picks. Caputo slips inside directly across the crease, gets a pass and finishes. Great ball movement. Jones over to O'Neill. Caputo with a great pick around Reardon. Reardon gives that bee sting on the crease. Great fake finish by Phil Caputo. Beautiful goal. That's his 17th on the season. Wings get it back on the face-off. Nick Rolette doing his job.
Let's go downstairs to our Mary McGinnis with more on Phil Caputo.
Scott just mentioned that trade that brought Zach Higgins and sent Nick Damude out. So really, Phil Caputo came over in that trade, him and Liam Patton, and they've both been great assets along with Nick Damude. So in terms of that trade working out for Philadelphia, I'd say it's working out pretty well so far.
Very good point, Mary.
I think the Ottawa Black Bears just executed a hidden ball trick here on the Wings, Scott, is scoring from midfield. I believe it's Travis Longboat with the shot. Let's see on the replay.
Apologies, caught us off guard. Let's see what happens on the replay here.
That's really kind of rude of them, you know, to pull something like this off. It is not. It is O'Connor with that long shot. And Nick Damude had no idea, I don't think, where the ball was. They were looking at this guy right here.
Kiernan, looks like Kiernan's got the ball.
Yep.
He's the bait guy. Well, O'Connor takes the shot from outside. Here's the play right here. There it is.
You see Damude is looking all the way to his left. He has no idea that ball is in the stick of Riley O'Connor, and it pays off. So some chicanery here from the Ottawa Black Bears to retake the lead at 3-2 here late in the first quarter.
Riley O'Connor, his 11th goal in the season. 28th point. Gets one on the hidden ball trick.
So we'll see if that plays a role in how this one ends later on in this contest. But we've seen a few of those this year around the NLL. Every now and again it's been successful, and it's successful here tonight for Ottawa.
The ball moves so quickly. Stick skills are so good by these players. Like to see what happened at the very beginning of that. If they did a little flip, or they just started with the ball at the whistle.
Here is Joe Rezzateritz.
One thing to note on this offensive setup for the Philadelphia Wings, Number 22, Mike Sowers, so talented with his skills. He's playing both right-handed and left-handed as he breaks that ankle right there. He's been playing on the left-hand side, teaming up with Brennan O'Neill on the last shift, and this time he's on the right-hand side, working with LeClaire and Reza Terrence.
LeClaire just put one right off of Zach Higgins' forehead into the netting, so fresh shot clock here for Philadelphia as Higgins has made 2 excellent saves on this possession already. Talk about Sowers getting to the net. Here is Jones over for Reza Terrence. That is his trademark move, that stopgap step that freezes whoever's defending it generally. Ball out of play, and it'll be Ottawa possession with exactly a minute left to go in this first quarter.
As you talk about field players, 2 of the best in the world, Mike Sowers and Jeff Teat. Great attackman in the field game.
Teat dishes it off to Fennell. His shot turned aside by Damoud, and Ottawa gets it back. 40 seconds left in the quarter. Still a bit of a difference between the game and the shot clock, so they'll have to continue to work it around. 31 seconds now left in the quarter. Goes down into the left side corner. He'll bring it back up top for Teat. Here is Teat. Shuffles up top with 20 seconds left. Gets the shot away. A save made by Damoud. Wings will pick it up. They're going to have last possession. They do not have a timeout with 14 seconds left as they'll work it up the floor. Going to have to do this on the fly. Reza Terrence getting it off for Jones. Rather, that's Caputo. Back over for Reza Terrence. 4 to shoot. Reza Terrence to the net. Gets it off. Save made by Higgins at the buzzer. So the Wings with an opportunity there, but Zach Higgins gets that left arm up, and he preserves the 1-goal advantage for the Ottawa Black Bears here at the first quarter break. Pretty exciting one so far here in South Philadelphia with a lot of offensive power on both sides of the ball. We're getting the kind of game we expected here so far, as it's a 3-2 Ottawa lead after 15 minutes. Second quarter action just ahead here at Wells Fargo Center.
This is your life without Eero. Oh, come on.
The Wi-Fi's out again.
This is the worst.
Not now.
And this is your life with Eero.
I love you too. Oh, come on.
Why would you do this to us?
This is the worst.
We can't improve everything in your life, but we can improve your Wi-Fi. It's fast, reliable, and now available outside your home. Eero, the way Wi-Fi should be.
The NLL's March to May is here. 14 teams fight for 8 playoff spots. The march continues now through April 19th.
Ottawa Black Bears leading the Philadelphia Wings 3-2 as we get set for the second quarter here at Wells Fargo Center. The NLL is now on the ESPN app. Download the app or visit ESPN.com for the latest news, schedules, and scores.
Wings faithful here. You just saw Big E, the president of the Philadelphia Wings fan club, leading the cheers. Good to see all the kids here on country night.
Yeah, I've got a halftime concert planned and all sorts of fun stuff going on here at Wells Fargo Center tonight in the penultimate home game for the Wings on the season. One more here in South Philadelphia on Saturday, April the 12th against the Georgia Swarm.
Can't see it, but Brian and I have cowboy hats on here.
Absolutely.
In the booth here.
It's my story and I'm sticking to it. Ottawa looking to add to their lead as they work it off to this left side. It's tucked back down low in front, but a nice play there by Simpson to break that up. And Mitch DeSnew does what he does, which is pick up loose balls. And he gets one there.
Let's talk about him. He's had just a great start in the Philadelphia Wings uniform. It's only his third game. He's had 33 loose balls coming in today. He leads all defenders in the National Lacrosse League with a total of 142 loose balls. He leads all defenders in scoring with 8 goals, so he's a threat wherever he is on the floor. It's great to have DeSnew on the Wings.
Jones with an opportunity there as the Wings were trying to beat the shot clock, but couldn't quite connect. Ottawa coming the other way. Yeah, when DeSnew got here, he had 40 more loose ball pickups on the season than anybody on the Wings roster. Of course, that was one of the things Scott Dominy brought to the table, but he, of course, suffered that unfortunate ACL injury back in January, and that was a big void for the Wings until they added DeSnew. 2 to shoot, 1 goes wide, and the Wings are going to get this back.
And hope for a speedy recovery for Scott Dominy. Blew out his ACL. He's rehabbing. Well, he's still tops on the team with loose balls with 65. And he only played in 7 games.
Here comes Zach Higgins with a long pass up the floor, and it's picked up at midfield. Andrew Borgatti will hand it off, and he'll get the rest of the offense out on the floor as Jeff Teet's going to direct traffic up near midfield. Here comes Clark, and he'll work it around on the near side. They tuck it home. Coming across, that was Teet, streaking through the front of the net, and he makes it a 2-goal lead for the Black Bears.
Number 51 delivers again. Great ball movement, finds a streaking Teet from the left-hand side, coming across the crease, catch, release. Look at the ball move, gets over to the right-hand side, and then Teet just flashes in front of the net. Perfect pass right on the head of his stick, finishes, pings that upper corner, beats Demude. Just so fast, backdoor pick by 51 Teet. Might have had a slow start to the season. He only averaged 4.4 points per game in his first 10 weeks, but since then, weeks 11 through 17, he's averaged 7.7 points per game. And we already highlighted 19 points last weekend alone. I mean, this guy is so dangerous and accurate. He's got a couple already tonight.
11 goals in that 2-game set last weekend for Teet. As the Wings get a loose ball and bring it up the floor, here is DeSnew looking for an opportunity to shoot. That was blocked off the stick. Good stop there by the Black Bears, and they'll bring it back the other way with Dustin Burkhoff picking it up, the rookie out of his 2nd round pick in 2024 here for the Black Bears, playing his first season.
And we got to give the Black Wolves some credit for their defense. They've got a very stout defense, big, strong players. They're giving up 10.29 goals per game. They're solid in front of Zach Higgins.
A stop by Nick Demude, and he sends it quickly the other way for Simpson. But Simpson is going to peel off, and the Wings will get the offense back out on the floor. I want to send our well wishes to Tom Bowles, a member of our crew here, who's a little under the weather and couldn't work tonight. And a goal there for Philadelphia as Sam LeClaire pulls the Wings back within 1.
Talk about another shifty, quick attackman for the Philadelphia Wings. That's Sam LeClaire, always moving, always doing the dirty work. Reardon finds him. Nice little pass down. Jones, look at the pick. Oh, it is Reardon.
It is Reardon. Excuse
not
me,
LeClaire, yeah.
They were both right there, and it's going to be Blaze Reardon's goal.
Tandem cut together, little flip by Jones to a flashing Reardon. Jams it to that near pipe. LeClaire went flying by, but it was Reardon with the goal, the captain, with his 17th on the season.
So Blaze Reardon pulls the Wings back within 1 at 4-3. Want to Again, just finish off our well wishes to Tom Bowles and Evan Abenstein and Matt Kaplan doing a great job filling in on our graphics tonight here for this one in South Philly. As the team makes it happen. A mishap here for the Black Bears is going to result in the Wings coming the other way with Mitch Armstrong on the loose ball. Tried to dish it off to Chris Corbeil, didn't catch that cleanly, and Corbeil has at the moment lost it. The Black Bears without a stick in this scrum along the near boards, and finally we're going to get a whistle. It's going to go back to Philadelphia, so they'll retain possession.
Good loose ball by Armstrong. Would rather see him pull that ball out himself, not do that flip, just find some green space and get it back to an offensive player.
Here's Sowers for Jones. Jones has a lane. He's going to shoot. Fired it wide. Rebound to Brereton, and he put it off the post. Seas kind of parted there for Mitch Jones. Unfortunately for him, the ball sailed wide. Here come the Black Bears. Getting set up with 15 to shoot. Longboat moves it to O'Connor on the right side. Now it's the captain Teat firing. Save made by Damoud. Loose ball on the floor. 3 Wings are in there, and it's going to be Philadelphia coming out with it to Snoo. Snatching that one up. This is Evan Messenger off to the left side for Reziteritz, and a save made by Higgins. And he'll get a whistle and a stoppage of play with 9:54 left to go here in this second quarter. Ottawa Black Bears and the Philadelphia Wings exchanging blows here in this one, and Ottawa's got the 1-goal lead.
We're here to sweat the details, to test and retest. Because when you're known for speed and reliability inside, you need to deliver speed and reliability outside, in all kinds of weather, all year round. Because if it can handle all of this, it can definitely handle this. Introducing Aero Outdoor 7. Aero, the way Wi-Fi should be.
Back here at Wells Fargo Center, Zach Higgins making his homecoming where the place he played for 4 years and having another great season for the Ottawa Black Bears. He's doing everything he can to stymie his old club here early, Scott.
Yep, he knows these shooters just as they know him. He knows them. He knows Reziteritz and Jones. He's such an athletic goaltender. 6'1", 225, likes to stand tall in the net, takes away the corners. Goals against just under 11, but playing big. Having one of his better years. His best years was 81% his first year with Philadelphia.
Taggart Clark stumbles back to his feet, now to the net, he puts it home! A great effort by Taggart Clark. Making something out of nothing, he beats Nick Damoud to make it 5-3.
Great individual effort by Clark, coming right down the middle. Little jump shot. His 11th on the season. Son of Glenn Clark, Albany Firewolves' son. Look at him, strong dodge coming in. Doesn't give up on the play, just comes in, dunks it high to low. Just great effort. Good D by Corbeil, but he just keeps going to the net. Jump shot, goal.
And of course, Taggart Clark, a familiar face to Ian Rubel and the Philadelphia Wings that were here last year. He went to, at the time, the New York Riptide in exchange for Colorado's first-round draft pick, which turned into the first overall pick and Brendan O'Neill. So while Clark is certainly having a great year in Ottawa, I think the Wings will like that deal for a while. Certainly wasn't a thought that it would be a first overall pick when they made the trade, but that's how things shook out. As Clark now works it to the right side for Teat, fired it wide, and this long rebound is going to come back over center and give the ball back to Philadelphia.
Clark's got 22. That's his 23rd point on the year to O'Neal's 46 points. That's a good trade.
You see the first half woes for Philadelphia. Oh, geez, in the early going as a pass was off the mark, and with pace it goes into the stands. I think everybody's all right over there. Good catch by the folks in the low-end seats here. But, yeah, Philadelphia just has not been able to get it going all that easily, Scott, in the first half, really for the last 6 or 7 games, and that's made it hard for them to catch up in the second half.
Yeah, I mean, averaging 15 goals per game to start the season. The offense has slowed down. It's really been Jones and Reza Terrence have been the top scorers, as we've talked about. They're in the top 4, 3 and 4 in the league. They just need the other guys to put the ball in the back of the net, and they haven't had a lot of help doing that.
Mitch DeSnew was stopped by Zach Higgins, and now here comes Callum Jones the other way. A shot stopped by Nick Damude as the goaltenders exchange stops from the defensive side of the ball. Now here is Isaiah Davis-Allen going into the corner with it. Bucks it back out to Messenger, shakes and bakes, trying to get around Jones, and now he'll put it to that left side for Phil Caputo. Now for O'Neal, coming up high, O'Neal dishes it down to Reardon, save made by Higgins. Nice play there run by Philadelphia, but Higgins stands tall.
Yeah, really nice pick and roll there. Reardon comes in, tries a fake high, finish low, but Higgins ate that up.
7.5 left here in this second quarter at Wells Fargo Center. Philadelphia looking for their first win since January 20th over Vancouver. Here is Longboat, dishes it out in front for Clark, and he scores! 2 in a row for Taggart Clark. And Ottawa's lead grows to 3.
Taggart Clark just being so active in front of the goal. Working the pick and roll. Dan Ladouceur happy with that. Let's take another look at it. See Clark setting up the pick in front. Little switch on defense, but Clark right in front. Catch and shot. Look at that up pick. He hits Corbeil. Wagner has to try to slide, but Longboat finds Clark on the crease for the dunk.
A win here for Ottawa off the ensuing draws. It was flying around there for a little bit, but it comes back to Jake Stevens, and now Stevens is going to try to hand it off to the offense. He's going to stay out there for this one. Stevens looking to shoot. Now he'll dish it off to the right side. Here is Teat with a chance, and he scores. Time and space for Jeff Teat, and that's generally a bad thing for the opponent. And it is a hat trick here in the first half for the Ottawa captain. It's now 7-3.
You said it. That's the last guy that you want to give time and space to, is that outside sniper. Just so accurate with his shooting. Great fake by Stevens. Flips it over. Just Teat sitting all by himself. He had a lot of space. Got to within 5 feet. Buried it high. Beautiful goal by Teat for his third.
So he's now taken over the goal-scoring lead in the NLL.
That he has. He's led the NLL in goal scoring the last couple seasons. Very good chance he will do that again. His offensive production's been quite significant throughout his career. Rookie of the Year in the National Lacrosse League his first year. Rookie of the Year in the PLL in his rookie year. One of the first players to be Rookie of the Year, who's also, since Brennan O'Neill, the first draft pick in the PLL and the NLL, Jeff Teat just continues to rack up the accolades.
Here's Mitch Jones trying to work around a pick to Reza Terrence, and now here is Sowers. Back over to Jones, fires, save made by Higgins. Loose ball picked up cleanly by Ottawa, and they're quickly out the other way. This is Thornberg down the floor, put it out in front. And Teat looking to shoot, ends up just rolling off and let things get set back up. If there's one thing you don't need Teat doing, it's scoring in transition. Here's a behind the back shot stopped by Nick Damoud as Connor Kiernan getting a little fancy. Now the other way is shot in on Higgins on the left side, is turned aside. Wings putting that back out toward the bench. There's lots of players on the floor. It looks like they're going to be okay. They were starting to get the defense out in anticipation of a possession change, but they're able to keep the ball. Now it's Jones off to O'Neal. O'Neal comes up high, fires, found the goal post. Long rebound's going to come down to Damoud. He'll move it back ahead to Jones.
That's what O'Neal does best, is go from that right to left shot on the run, just rang it off the corner. Higgins never saw it. We got a penalty.
Philadelphia bench my.
So something went awry there after that ball went down to Damoud, and the Wings had too many men on the floor.
Wings have the short bench on the offensive substitution, trying to go a little bit early. They got caught for it. Messenger's going to serve.
The only thing I can think of there is perhaps they thought that might have been, you know, as it went back over midfield, it was going to be Ottawa ball, but because it hit the post, it wasn't. Here's a shot behind the net now as they continue to look for opportunities from that end board position. One dunk attempt already good from there for Ottawa today. Now here's a chance. Oh, another try there by Sundown, but he didn't quite catch the pass cleanly, and the shot clock's going to expire. So you see that good ball movement by Ottawa here on the power play, and they're going to have another opportunity when we come back. Timeout on the floor. It's a 7-3 Black Bear lead. Ottawa Black Bears have opened up a 7-3 lead on the Philadelphia Wings here in the second quarter. Coming up on the NLL halftime report, Mary will talk to the star of the first half. Well, it mic'd up with Toronto and San Diego from last week, and first half analysis of this one all coming up at the half. Some of our youngest Wings fans enjoying country night here in Philadelphia as the Wings on the penalty kill here with possession starting things off here, and they've got a minute and a half to kill. They'll get a chunk out of it with this possession. They've been a bit of a threat short-handed wise this year, and that guy right there, Brennan O'Neal, has been the biggest threat. Now they're working around behind the net. It's coming back out to Jones, didn't catch that cleanly. Comes back to Michael Sowers. Sowers trying to find Jones, but that was out of his reach. And Ottawa will pick it up and head up the floor halfway through this power play. It's a illegal substitution, bench minor on the Wings, second of the first half for them.
And that dunk play, keep their eye on that. Sundown likes to go behind the net. It's effective. They're going to try to find a way to get him behind it. See if he set him up for the dunk.
Longboat takes the bid from distance, and that's stopped by Damoud. Desnu moving it ahead quickly. He's got a man down there, but it's blocked by Longboat. He's looking for Shane Simpson with the long distance pass, but good job by Longboat to get back there and break it up.
Going for the bomb, just a little short. Good defense by Ottawa.
15 on the shot clock and 13 on the penalty clock here for Ottawa. As Teat works it around to that right side, he's going to get it back. Wines fires. That one stopped by Damoud, and the rebound will be picked up by O'Connor. Fresh shot clock for the Black Bears, but Evan Messenger will be released from the box now, and he'll quickly try to join in, but Ottawa with 18 to shoot. Connor works it out to Clark, a shot wide. Long rebound coming back out to Teat near midfield. And with 8 to shoot, it's off to the left side. Now he's a low one for Damoud, and he's able to gobble that up off the stick of Connor Kieran.
Nice defensive stand right for the Philadelphia Wings right there. Nice to see it. Good low save by Damoud.
So the Wings kill off another power play, and they'll have an opportunity here trying to get this lead whittled away a little bit before halftime as Reardon tried to put it down into the corner. That was out of the reach of its intended target, and the shot clock's going to wind down. It'll be Ottawa ball as some pushing and shoving in front of the Wings bench is going to result in some pleasantries being exchanged. That was one heck of a takedown there by Blaze Reardon. And Phil Caputo is not pleased whatsoever with Callum Jones. Again, Jones is the guy that nailed Shane Simpson in the first quarter after that shot that he had on the breakaway.
Both going to the box.
And Simpson, or rather,
Phil Caputo.
Caputo in
6'3", 215. Wants to get a little action there. Look at Callum Jones giving him the eye, saying, I don't know if I want to mess with this guy.
So our officials will discuss what transpired in front of the Wings bench there. As Dan Ladouceur gets another look at it on the iPad. Ian Rubel really just trying every trick in the book here to try to stop this skid. And something like this, sometimes this gets some teams going when you get some physical play like this.
At the bench, little fisticuffs.
So 4-on-4.
Equal roughing penalties. Wings players coming to their teammates' defense. That's an unwritten rule.
We'll see what the rest of the evening holds here. As still got a lot to go here tonight. 2:12 left in the second quarter. The Ottawa Black Bears have scored 5 of the last 6 tallies to open up this 4-goal lead, 7-3. As the Wings continue to have some offensive issues in the first half of games. Here is Teat off for Longboat and back to Teat. 4-on-4 the cross. Some more space out there to work with, and that's going to benefit Teat, no doubt. Teat trying to sashay his way into space, fires one high and wide as Simpson does a good job of, or rather that's Ryan Wagner doing a good job of trying to keep him under wraps. You're going to say that Damoud got a piece of that, so it's a new shot clock here for Ottawa.
And you said it, Teat's such a threat. He's a threat in 5-on-5, but in 4-on-4 he has more room, more open space. That's going to be behind the goal. But he's a shifty dodger, similar to Mike Sowers. Let's see what Mike Sowers can do on the other end in this 4-on-4 set.
Mitch DeSnew winds and fires, save Higgins. He doesn't know where that is, and now it'll be blown dead as I believe the referee lost sight of it on the near side of the floor. Minute left in the 4-on-4, minute 12 left in this first half. Which has been a good start here for the Ottawa Black Bears at 6-8 on the year, trying to get closer to that 500 mark. Here is Teat, got away from the defense, but a save made by Damoud, I think with the help of his posts.
Great save. Teat was coming right down the middle. Seal pick was wide open. I don't know if this is going to be a challenge. What's going on here?
I didn't see the flag, but everything's acting like it's a challenge. Legal substitution again on Philadelphia. their third of the first half. So somewhere in that exchange, again, not a clean change for Philadelphia. So this is a 4-on-3 power play here for Albany. They work it around. Teat, left side, a quick shot stopped by Damude. Connor Kiernan had the opportunity. They're going to close in and work at close range. Here's Longboat, back to Teat, now for Kiernan, and that one's in. Again, it's east-west passing that makes this Ottawa power play dangerous, and they capitalize one more time to take the 8-3 lead.
What incredible stick skills right there between those four men, getting that ball around. Little flip underneath by Teat. Look like Kieran's gonna take the shot. No, look at the ball movement. Everybody's touching the ball. Damude didn't have a chance. He's trying to get from east to west, as you called it. Look at that little flip. Come on, Nicky. Keeps it, get to the left side, to the right, back to the left. Damude's out of position. Just dunked from behind.
So it's Riley O'Connor with his second goal of the game. And Ottawa is opening things up. They now lead it by 5 with less than 30 seconds left in the quarter. Wings win the faceoff. Nick Damude is going to head to the bench, and the Wings will get the extra attacker out as the shot clock is off. Here's a chance, blocked into the end boards by Jay Thornburg. So Philadelphia will get a chance to get set up. They do not have their timeout because of the failed challenge earlier in the half. Now the men out of the box, so we're back to 5-on-5, but it's 6-on-5 with the extra attacker out. And now we've got a whistle on a push right as that possession was picked up. We're gonna have to see what is going on here as the referees are consulting in front of the penalty box area. Brownell grabbed that loose ball, and then some more collisions behind. It's going to be Ottawa possession.
Clock reset to 7.7 seconds. Ottawa takes a timeout.
So Dan Ladouceur uses his timeout to give his crew an opportunity to set up for one final possession here with 7.7 seconds on the game clock. They're going to have to work quickly here as it will start down at the Ottawa end of the floor.
Just under when the offense likes to get the ball. It's normally like to set their offense in motion right around the 9-second mark. So they're probably going to get one less pass in, one or two less passes in to set up this shot going into the halftime.
Black Bears beat the Colorado Mammoth last time out by 5, 14-9, and they had a halftime lead there, and they're going to have another one coming out of this one here tonight. Their net is empty, so now they'll have a 6-on-5 opportunity, and the clock runs as Longboat will bring it up the left side. Longboat looking for help. Got it to Clark, long range shot. That one is no good, and the horn sounds for the end of the first half, and there's some more exchange of ideas here at the halftime buzzer. Alex Pace is in there for Philadelphia. Mitch Armstrong in a headlock. And
Might
Connor Kieran in there as well.
Yeah, might be a little precursor of things to come in the second half.
It's going to be a fun second half, I bet. Larson Sundown is over there, and saw Armstrong give Kieran a shove.
Ottawa going to the halftime with a 5-goal lead.
Sundown.
Sure, they're going into the locker room not pleased. Little frothy, ready to come out on fire in the second half. They're going to need that energy to shut down this high-powered offense of Ottawa and also start to put the ball in the back of the net for the Philadelphia Wings.
So some pointing and some fun stuff there at the break. We'll have an exciting second half ahead. And the exciting part of the first half for the Ottawa Black Bears has been Jeff Teat. He's downstairs with our Mary McGinnis.
Jeff, 3 goals for you, and now you're the leading goal scorer in the NLL. What is clicking for you as of late?
I think we're just, playing a little desperate, playing playoff lacrosse. Everybody's on the same page right now, and I think, we're clicking at the right time, but we got another half to go.
The question everyone wants to know, take us through that hidden ball goal.
Yeah, I didn't really see what happened. Connor loves the hidden ball, so I think anytime he gets a chance to do it, he did it, and we capitalized.
What do you need to do to pull out this win?
I think we got to, stay consistent, play simple, and work hard for 30 minutes.
Thanks, best of luck.
Thanks.
A 7-point first half for Jeff Teat, 26 points in his last 3 halves of lacrosse. He is on fire for the Ottawa Black Bears, and he's paced them to a 5-goal lead here at halftime. We've got a lot more ahead for you here as we break down this one from South Philadelphia. Stay with us for the halftime report.
Go to your favorite team's website or visit nll.com/tickets and experience the excitement for yourself today.
This is your life without Eero.
Oh, come on.
The Wi-Fi's out again.
This is the worst.
Not now.
And this is your life with Eero.
Oh, come on.
Why would you do this to us?
This is the worst.
We can't improve everything in your life, but we can improve your Wi-Fi. It's fast, reliable, and now available outside your home. Eero, the way Wi-Fi should be.
The NLL's March to May is here. 14 teams fight for 8 playoff spots. The march continues now through April 19th.
Put right back, but they're going with a behind the back shot. That's a score. This is chaos here.
So this is the goal, which is a nice play by Brandon O'Neill.
Up comes to Cook with room, takes the shot, blocked by the defender, big block, and then scores! Wow! Braden Maillet from distance behind his back. Calgary leads 7-6.
Almost given away. Rogers, 2 to shoot. Jumping, diving, scoring! A superhero goal from Boucher.
Here's Westberg again behind the back pass, and a beautiful goal there by Trey LeClaire as he went backhand on Rose. 4-2 San Diego.
Well, this one is pretty, folks.
Ty Kurtz has the lefty guarding. Kurtz snipes just a little high. 3 seconds to shoot. Behind the back goal! Dyson Williams wins it in overtime for Albany.
Welcome back to Wells Fargo Center in Philadelphia, where it's halftime between the Wings and the Black Bears. Last week, we sent our NLL Wired crews to 2 games, and they captured some very entertaining footage from Toronto's Latrell Harris and San Diego's Zach Currier and Ryan Benesh. Take a look and a listen to the best of NLL Wired Week 17.
I am mic'd up. What do you want to say? You want to say hey to your mom? Yeah, I'll say hi to my mom. Hey, Harry's mom.
Talk to DC. Talk to DC. Go, 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 go. Look away. Look away.
You been rocking the Team Canada shoes?
Love these.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah. I got another pair, but I haven't been able to break them in yet.
They're probably orange and purple and green and yellow.
No, they're white and black. A little red on the heel clip.
Missed you. Hey, ready to open. Stay open. I'm here, Roof. Backside, backside.
That was a tough one. It was like a little rattle. Watch the little back door. Yeah! Let's go, baby! Let's go, boys! Come on, baby. Come on now. Really?
Before you close out, too, make sure you got that low support before you get out there, right? If you don't, play him straight up, high and away, drop in here.
Hey, when this guy's dropping in and this guy below, just let him know, right? Hey, you're good to come in. Hey, get back out, get back out.
That's a trip on a breakaway. You guys tripped over each other. That's not getting hit. Why there's a penalty?
Can't be letting the face-off guy shoot that. Hey, there we go. There we go.
Love you, bud. Love you, bud. Cooker. See you in a bit for a few. Hello again.
Hi, you good for a quick interview?
Yeah,
Are you
yeah.
Take off your helmet?
Yes, I am. How's my hair? The fans here supported me for a long time, so although I'm in different colors, I still really appreciate everything they did for me throughout my career. So thank you to all the support over the years, and sorry that I was on the opposing side of this game.
A great look behind the scenes from our NLL Wired crew. After these messages, Scott and I will break down the first half of play. You're watching the NLL on ESPN+. Halftime here at Wells Fargo Center as we kick off Week 18 around the National Lacrosse League. It's country night, and the halftime concert is underway as the Philadelphia Wings and the Ottawa Black Bears square off. It's an 8-3 lead for the Black Bears here at halftime. Brian Smith, Scott Gabrielson here with you, and Scott, it was button heads there, really, right, for the first 15, 20 minutes of this game, but Ottawa has picked up some traction and they've been able to open up a pretty good lead here.
Well, we talked about Jeff Teat in the Open being one of the top players in the world, and he's proving that. He's got 3 goals, 4 assists, 7 points already in the first half. He's been the difference, and the Philadelphia Wings offense seems to have stalled out a bit. Right, Joe Resetarits has averaged 7 points a game. He's 0 for so far in this first half. Mitch Jones is off the board without any goals. He's got 3 assists. You need the other guys to pick up the slack for the Philadelphia Wings to try to get back into this game down by 5.
Well, as expected, Jeff Teat has been the center point of the Ottawa offense here in this one. He's got a 7-point first half.
And let's look at some of the highlights. He's so slippery. He's always moving. Great cut here right in front. Jams it. That's his first. And then Clark. Look at this individual effort by Clark right in front of the net for a great goal. He's got 2 on the night. Look at this little inside. This is Clark's second right in front. Little fake finish. And then Teat again with a great play again. Time and room from outside. He is deadly. He buries it in the back of the net. That's Teat. It's been the Teat show. Connor Kiernan has 4 helpers on the night. Look at the stats. Shots on goals relatively even. Face-offs has been better than it has been for the majority of the season. The assists, you look at that, they're doubling up. Loose balls are even. Wings have had 4 penalties, and Ottawa has made them pay on 2 of the 4.
And it's a little bit of a momentum thing, too, because Philadelphia with 3 illegal substitution penalties in that first half, I mean, that just kind of kills your momentum when you're trying to close a gap like this.
Goaltending, you should give credit. Higgins is 21 saves on 24 shots on goal. Demute's 21 saves, but 29 shots on goal.
And the 2 power play goals for the Wings, a pretty big deal against this Ottawa club that's got the best penalty kill in the NLL, but they've got to get some 5-on-5 scoring as well if they want to get back into this one here tonight. Lots ahead for you here on halftime at Wells Fargo Center, and then we'll get the second half action. It's the Ottawa Black Bears 8, Philadelphia Wings 3 here at the break. Goes back to Malcolm. He scores! Shoots and scores! Brandon O'Neill with his first goal on the home floor. And what a beauty it is!
Get your tickets now, only at wingslax.com.
Second half action almost on hand here at Wells Fargo Center. 8-3 lead for the Ottawa Black Bears after 2 quarters of play. Now the Harlem Globetrotters, obviously a basketball team, but that didn't involve the Wings, didn't stop the Wings from invading things when the Globetrotters came to town. Mary McGinnis has more on that.
Yeah, a few weeks ago, goalie Deacon Knott and forward Sam LeClaire got the opportunity to participate with the Harlem Globetrotters when they came to the Wells Fargo Center. A really unique experience, as both said they were incredibly honored to be a part of. They, got to make friends with all the players and see the behind the scenes, which they didn't realize how complex and talented all the skills they do are. And Deacon Knott, he took some halftime pre-warm-up shots, and he actually made this one from behind the center court line. It took about 7 tries. He said he started at the three-point line, got a little too much air under it, so kept moving back and drilled it on about his 7th try. So both guys said they're hoping to participate in the event in the future, and just a really great opportunity for them to be a part of.
Fantastic. Our thanks to the Globetrotters for welcoming in Sam LeClaire and Deacon Knott. Customized jerseys and everything there.
So cool. They played the entire game against them. Shows the skill of the lacrosse players with that stick. Mid-floor swish.
Well, the Philadelphia Wings have some work to do here, Scott. They're down by 5 as the Ottawa Black Bears 6-8 on the year. Wings 5-9. That 9-9 record is pretty much the unofficial minimum you need to get into the playoffs. That's what these teams are striving for, and Ottawa has got the upper hand here at halftime.
Well, you see, the interview that Mary had with Jeff T kind of told the story. His comment was so important because that's the way they're playing. He's saying that the Ottawa Black Bears are playing desperate. The Philadelphia Wings have to start playing desperate. Okay, they need 4 wins to get to 500 with some help. Look at the games that are coming around, coming up. The Wings are going to finish the season at Vancouver, so they're going to ideally need them to lose. They've got 2 back-to-back games with with Georgia. They play Halifax tomorrow. So there's some really important games where the Wings need help, but they need to help themselves too. They have to win these home games, and it starts tonight right here in the second half.
I mean, 10 of the league's 14 teams are between that 8-6 and 5-9 mark. I mean, it is a veritable logjam here, and it's going to be a very, very exciting March to May as we head down the stretch here and see how those teams shuffle around in those final standings. Second half is underway. First half ended with some fireworks, and we'll see what happens here in the second half at Wells Fargo Center. Again, the Wings trying to get things started, and they do on a good note. It's Phil Caputo putting one home from right in front. 8-4 our score.
No better way to start the second half than a quick goal right there. Compliments of Phil Caputo. Took a huge shot in the bag. It looks like he's feeling that.
Yeah, you're going to see why here in a second. Oh my goodness. This is the second time that he's taken a hit like that.
Reziter's searching, gets the shot, pass right in front, jams it home. Beautiful dunk. Reziter shopping. Caputo all in one motion as he gets bent in half. Beautiful goal. Jake Stevens, the rookie, gives him that cross check.
It is being challenged, though, so we're going to have to take another look at it.
Ottawa's challenging the call on the field. A good goal. Plays up review.
I don't suppose the review includes the cross check, but Dan Ladouceur is going to see if Caputo landed in the crease before that ball crossed the line. So they're going to take a look here, as you see over the shoulder of our crew chief, and here's what they're looking at. Caputo is going to catch this ball and be delivered to the floor quickly by Stevens. Really, I don't. It's almost like the hit was what generated the shot. He just kind of bent back in half and then came forward very quickly. This is going to be a better look. Left knee is on the floor there.
Ball still in his
stick.
stick.
Ball is still in his stick.
Yep.
So this looks like it might be a good challenge for Ottawa as they continue to review things down in the scorer's booth.
If you're looking for a definition of a cross check from behind, that's a cross check from behind, okay? So looks like Caputo his knee does touch the crease before the ball leaves his stick.
So we're going to get a verdict here on the matter at hand. Again, that's the second time Caputo's gone to the net and paid the price for it here today.
Paul reviewed the shooter step down and in the crease prior to the ball crossing the goal and goal.
So they do wave off the goal.
Number 14, enter penalty, checker from behind to stop the play. Philadelphia ball.
So they wave off the goal, but they do get the penalty.
Okay. That's a good call.
And really, that is what happened. You know, he landed in the crease. Yes, the ball went in, but he was also absolutely decked from behind. So I think they got this one right here overall, which is what you're trying to do. So the Wings are going to go on the power play here, and they're trying to get some momentum going. They got the thought they got the first goal of the half there. It's come off, but they're going to try to get one that sticks here in this early going. It's Rezzaterets on the left side. Tried to tuck it down in front. That was tipped away from Caputo. Mitch Jones after the loose ball, and he'll get to it with 11 to shoot. Jones with some ground to cover. Now gets it off to Rezzaterets. Swim move to the net, and he put it just wide. He had Zach Higgins beat, but he couldn't tuck it inside that post. And Ottawa will get a shorthanded possession.
Higgins is so difficult to beat with those outside shots. The Wings are trying to get a shot on top of him. Higgins pushed that net off its moorings. Ball went wide.
7 to shoot here for Jeff Teat. 7 points on the night. Threw it over left side, and the shot stopped calmly by Nick Damude. And Philadelphia will get the ball back with 58 seconds left on the power play. Here is Rezzaterets on the left side. Jones had it up top, and he will move it over to the right side and gets it back now to O'Neill.
Wings trying their own hidden ball trick.
These guys have me all paranoid now. I don't know who's got the ball anymore. A shot from O'Neill whistles wide, and it'll go all the way down the floor where it will be Ottawa ball. They'll take over in the corner with 38 left on the power play, so they can take care of a good bit of it here if they take care of the ball. Here is O'Connor. He's just biding his time. Now he plays it over to the left side.
Ottawa,
long boat.
They only have 4 total shorthanded goals on the season. That's 12th in the league.
It has not been a strong point for them. Here is Sundown with 8 to shoot. Sundown double teamed. It was knocked away nicely from O'Connor. And the shot clock is going to expire, and Philadelphia will pick it up at midfield. 7 seconds left on the man advantage. Enough time to get set up for Sam LeClaire. LeClaire hits Jones, back to LeClaire. He's going to fire. That one whistled wide, and it's going to go all the way into the stands. And that will give the ball back to Ottawa. So we'll go back downstairs to our Mary McGinnis, who's been watching the Wings defense.
I caught up with Pat McCready, one of the Wings defensive coaches at halftime, and asked him what he wants to see from his defense in the second half. He said he felt at the end of the second quarter they were just chasing the ball, not staying in their own lanes and playing their game. He also said the biggest problem of all, they're leaving Jeff Teat wide open. He said it's terrible and it just can't happen. They have to tighten things up. And I reversed the coin and said, what about the offense? He said, just shoot and put the ball in the net.
Keep it simple, right, Scott?
Yep. Got to shoot to score, too.
Here's Joe Rezzaterets on the left side. Rezzaterets coming up high. He'll dish it off for the far side to Caputo. Rather, this is Jones rolling off of pressure. Now back to Rezzaterets. Dropped it. And can't pick it back up. It's going to be Ottawa grabbing that loose ball. And a good stop there for the Black Bears as It's walked up the floor.
And credit to Brent Noseworthy for Ottawa, the defender that's matching up on Rezataritz. Ottawa knows who to stop Philadelphia, and it's Joe Rezataritz, and they're doing a great job. Noseworthy, credit to him.
It's been 15 minutes since the Wings scored a goal. As you saw, might have seen the number there on the screen a moment ago, is Teat stopped by Damude. And this has been, again, Scott, the biggest problem for the Wings is these long stretches mid-game without goals. And, you know, they've been able to pick it up in the second half, but it ends up being too big a lift once the offense starts to catch fire.
And a shot too early in the shot clock. They need to get the ball around. They need to take the shots inside, probably 2 and 2 off the crease. Try to fake and finish on Higgins, because he will eat up the outside shots all day.
Kiernan dishes it off, gets it back, goes to Teat, fires wide. Going to come back to Kiernan with 7 to shoot. Kiernan puts it behind the net, and that one bounces off the stick of Eric Fennell to be picked up by Shane Simpson, and the Wings will move it up the floor. Here's Leclerc. Lost his footing. Now he's going to pay the price, and he'll lose the ball too. Good defense there by Stevens, and he's quickly up the floor. Stevens dishes it off. Sundown puts it out in front. Save made by Damude, and he dives on that loose ball.
Great defense by Stevens, the rookie, to push the ball up the floor. Great defense first to take the ball away and then push it up, but a great save by Damude to slow it down.
Rezataritz knocked to the floor, gets back up with it. Now for Blaze Reardon. Here's Reardon around the corner, put it down low. It's behind Higgins, but it stayed out. An effort there by the captain, but can't beat his old teammate. And we have a timeout on the floor with 9:46 left to go here in this third quarter. Zach Higgins back in Philadelphia and causing problems for his old club. He's only given up 3 here 5 minutes into the second half, and Blaze Reardon, the latest to be stymied in this contest. Okay. Dan Ladouceur and the Ottawa Black Bears enjoying a 5-goal lead here in the third quarter over the Philadelphia Wings, as Ian Rubel's club trying to snap what is right now a 7-game losing streak. It has been a rough go for the Wings in February and March, and they're trying to get back on the winning side of the ledger, but some work to do here as Ottawa works this ball around. Comes up to O'Connor up high, and he's going to go back to the left side with it for Longboat.
Two teams that really know that every game is so important. Ottawa Black Bears are 2 games away from 500. Wings are 4 games away from 500. Every game matters right now to try to get, as everybody marches to May, to get into that top 8-team slot to make the playoffs.
Teat with a quick shot that whistled wide. He'll get it back with 11 to shoot. And the Ottawa Black Bears already appear to be in clock-eating mode as Longboat works up high. Now he's going to take the shot as the clock expires, stopped by Damude. But yeah, Ottawa has earned the opportunity here to just be patient. Desnu lumbering up the floor. He'll give it off to Rezataritz. The rest of the offense will come out. Rezataritz on the left side. Goes right side to O'Neal. O'Neal to the net. Save. Higgins rebound swatted at by O'Neal. It goes wide. And it'll be Ottawa ball as I think O'Neal stepped in the crease on the way through. Zach Higgins. Last 4 years as a Philadelphia Wing. Traded here to Ottawa after the Wings picked up Nick Damude. And again, you talked about that, Scott. It's being for the future because not only is there the age gap, but the Wings got a first-round pick in 2027 as part of that deal. Here's Jeff Teat, and he fires it home. It's the 4th of the game for Teat, and it's 9-3.
Jeff Teat takes more shots than anybody in the National Lacrosse League, and he's scoring the most goals in the National Lacrosse League as he takes over first place in goals scored with his 43rd. But his offensive teammates know who to find. Great look right off the crease, finds Teat flashing in. Great pass from the right-hand side to Teat, catch and release.
You talked about the start of his season being a little bit slow. Second half of the season, we've seen what we've seen the last couple of years. He's got consecutive years of 130 points or more. 130 last year, 136 the year before, was one short of Dane Smith's all-time NLL record. And this is the Jeff Teat that got those numbers over full seasons the last couple of years. Already now with 12 shots in this game and still more than 20 minutes left to play here this evening. And we're going to get an illegal substitution once again. This one looks to be on Ottawa.
Not a fucking chance. Ottawa, minor penalty substitution.
Black Bears disagree with the assessment, but they'll send the Wings on the power play. Stan Ladouceur doesn't really like what he saw there.
Nope, Dustin Burkhart's going to serve that for Ottawa. Ottawa trying to cheat out of that box. Got caught.
4th power play for the Wings. They're 2 for 3 so far. Here's Rezataritz to Leclerc, to O'Neal. Rezataritz fires. That got through Higgins, but he got enough of it to send it wide. And Ottawa quickly up the floor. They're just going to back off as Brownell is going to bide his time.
Philadelphia is tweaking their power play. They got Joe Rezataritz at the point now. They moved Mitch Jones down to the low left shooter spot. See if Rezataritz can have better success shooting at a full net from up top than from the side.
Ottawa gives it up on the shot clock violation, so the Wings now will head up the floor with 1:05 left on this man advantage.
They're going to go back to their normal set with Jones at the point.
Rezataritz to Jones, and they'll work it around. That's O'Neal to Reardon to O'Neal. And now they skip past to Rezataritz. This is Leclerc. Rather, that's Caputo, excuse me. Now back off for Rezataritz. Fires, save made Higgins. Rebound picked up by the Black Bears. Good stop for Ottawa. And they can run down most of the rest of this power play on this possession. Here's Callum Jones. And his pass was off the mark towards Sundown. That's going to give it back to Philadelphia. So an unforced error, giving the ball back to the Wings. Rezataritz is going to work it around to that right side, and that's now where Jones is as O'Neal comes up top. Jones, bounce shot, save Higgins. Rebound is loose, swatted at, still loose on the floor, and finally going to come out cleanly to John LaFontaine. Head to NLL.com/fanzone to vote for the Connection of the Month presented by Eero. Today, one lucky winner will be selected to win a prize valued at $700. NLL Pick'em is the new way to get involved with weekly and monthly prizes. Everyone has a chance to win. Play today at NLL.com/pick'em. Skip pass left side. Teat couldn't catch that one cleanly. He goes to the turf, and the Wings will come up the other way as Teat's slow to get up. He's hobbling. Here's a shot from Corbeil that's blocked. Teed is still out there at the other end of the floor because he couldn't get off. Keep an eye on that situation.
Luke Magnan just snagged that shot out of the air to push it down the floor. Great defense by Ottawa. Swarming defense.
Here's Teed. Let's watch his mobility here. As he gets away from Desnu. Desnu lost his stick. Teed got it back. Feeds it down low. Save made by Damoud. And the loose ball picked up by Philadelphia. Teet's still out there, and he seems to have shaken off whatever was ailing him. He spent a good 30 seconds in one spot at the other end of the floor. Here's a long bid from Jones, stopped by Higgins. And the ball over for Rezataritz, couldn't catch it cleanly. He's got it back down in the corner, but he's being worked over by Burkhoff. Now off for Leclerc, and he'll skip it over to O'Neal. O'Neal shakes and bakes, backs away. Trying to make something happen here is Brennan O'Neal. Off for Rezataritz. And now this is Leclerc with it. Winds and fires. Save made by Higgins. And he grabs the loose ball as Leclerc knocked to the floor, and he'll jog off.
Higgins remains just so strong in front of the net. The Wings continue to shoot from outside, which is Higgins' strong suit. He can see the ball from outside, takes away those corners, has a little bit of bait in him, likes to make it look like he's given the corner. And then when they take the shot there, he takes it away.
Quick stick shot stopped by Damoud, and the loose ball to the corner. Battling for it there, Connor Kiernan, but the Wings are going to have to just set back up as it comes behind the net. Now back up top, it's Fennell. He'll go into the right side corner for Sundown. Left side, here's Clark looking for the hat trick. Save made by Damoud. Loose ball picked up by Philadelphia. Wings looking for their first goal since about 3.5 minutes into the second quarter. Rezataritz finds Jones. That one's blocked off the stick to the corner. Black Bears get to it, double team, but they get out of it. And Reed Kurtz will jog it up. Kurtz to the net, winds, fakes, now shoots. He lost it, got hit as he tried to deliver the shot, held onto it just a little bit too long. Now here's Simpson. Dishes it off to Rezataritz, back to Simpson. Simpson fires, save made by Higgins, and he'll hold on to that one for the whistle, and we get a timeout on the floor with 2:16 left to go here in this third quarter. Low event quarter so far, but the Ottawa Black Bears are going to get a penalty.
Number 2 minutes, holding.
So a holding call putting the Wings on the power play when we come back. It's a 9-3 Black Bear lead here in the third quarter at Wells Fargo Center. Ottawa Black Bears with a 9-3 lead on the Philadelphia Wings here in the third quarter. The upcoming schedule is brought to you by Hotel Planner as we see what these teams have left. Big one for Ottawa next week against Rochester. Both those teams trying to fight their way in, and Ottawa's hoping to get that win against Las Vegas to help their cause because they've got a tough one against Saskatchewan to wrap things up. And a home and home with the Georgia Swarm awaiting the Philadelphia Wings before they head out to Vancouver to close out the schedule on April 19th. So that's what's coming ahead. Right now, it's a power play here for Philadelphia as they, again, look to break a goal-scoring drought in this contest. Long bid from O'Neill was knocked aside by Higgins. Loose ball picked up by Ottawa, and they've got a break. Here's a chance, and it's shot wide of the net. As it's a good opportunity there for Callum Jones, but off the mark. Reziteritz is going to set things up on the left side and leaves it off to Jones. They'll play catch. Jones back up top. Goes over to O'Neill. Now Jones fires. Save Higgins. Once again, Higgins shutting the door, and John LaFontaine to the loose ball. Move it ahead to Jeff Teat. And Teat is going to slow things down.
One thing about these two goalies, they've had more saves than most goalies in the league. Nick Damude coming into tonight was number 3 in saves with 573. Higgins right behind him at 568, but they're averaging about 41 saves per game. They're seeing a lot of shots and they're making a lot of saves. But right now, Higgins has got the better hand here. He's got 30 on the night, really shut the door. Philadelphia's got to try to work something from behind. Again, I'd like to see some shots from the crease.
Pass handcuffs Jones. 4 to shoot, and now Higgins with another save. And Ottawa will head the other way with it. In that Halifax game last weekend, Higgins faced 75 shots, which is the second most in a single game in NLL history. New career high for single game saves for Higgins with 58, and I certainly hope his team took him out to dinner after a game like that, because that's not nice to make your goalie work that hard. Penalty time expires, and here's Teat winding and firing one well wide with 2 seconds left on the shot clock. And that will expire with 8.6 seconds left on the clock here in the third quarter. So the Wings pull the goaltender. They've got 5 now, but they're really not going to have enough opportunity to get down the floor, as Reziteritz will just dump it into the corner, and that will do it for the third quarter. So the Ottawa Black Bears able to keep the Wings at bay through the entire third quarter. They get one of their own and expand their lead to 6. It's 9-3 as we head to the final 15 minutes here in Philadelphia.
We're here to sweat the details, to test and retest. Because when you're known for speed and reliability inside, you need to deliver speed and reliability outside, in all kinds of weather, all year round. Because if it can handle all of this, it can definitely handle this. Introducing Eero Outdoor 7. Eero, the way Wi-Fi should be.
The march for the playoffs continues with the NLL Friday night on TSN. The Calgary Roughnecks are fighting for their spot in the playoffs. They head east to their biggest rival, the already playoff-bound Saskatchewan Rush. This Battle of the Prairies means more. It's the NLL March to May.
Welcome back to Philadelphia, where the Ottawa Black Bears have put the defensive screws on the Philadelphia Wings here. They lead this one 9-3 as we head into the fourth quarter. NLL Box Out with Mackey and Coop. It's the league's new podcast. Your home for player interviews, expert analysis, and all things NLL. It's twice a week on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and YouTube. Well, Scott, for the Philadelphia Wings, it's the third time this season they've been held without a goal in an entire quarter, and it's just got to be stymieing this group right now.
Yep. Credit to the defense in front of Zach Higgins, and the defense and Zach Higgins as Ottawa puts another one on the board.
And that is a transition goal for Callum Jones, his second goal of the season. And that got the bench going for Ottawa. They're very happy to see him add to the score sheet.
Yep, second goal of the season. He's got 4 assists. That's his 6 points. But look at Jones. Kind of a late pickup right there. Just pushes it to that wide open upper right-hand corner. Great goal. Smart play. The defenders thought he was going to take the air out of it, pull it out, give it up to the offensive player, but he just put on the juice and pushed it forward right into that upper right-hand corner.
And Ottawa picks up that loose ball off that face-off after, again, really a sequence there that kind of sums up what the Wings are dealing with right now. Had one player kick it and another one overrun the loose ball on the floor. And Ottawa with another possession here, looking to add to this lead. Penalty coming up on Philadelphia. Delayed call, and we get the whistle here after the shot in on Damoud. A holding the stick call is going to put Ottawa back on the power play.
Wings are going to need to be a little more disciplined on defense, too. That's their 6th penalty of the night.
Philadelphia, number 6, 2 minutes, holding the stick.
It's Mitch Armstrong headed to the box for the infraction.
Ottawa may be 46% on the power play, but that's to start the season. They're getting better every day, and they're looking really efficient so far tonight. They're 2 of 4.
They're going to work it around as it comes up high for Riley O'Connor. Now off to that right side. Here's Sundown with a chance. A save made by Damoud. Loose ball on the floor, picked up by Sundown, and a fresh shot clock here for the Black Bears as the bench taps their approval. It's Teat up top. 4 goals, 4 assists on this one for Teat. Clark playing catch, now down left side, they score! A power play goal for Connor Kiernan. And he picks up his first of the contest to add to 4 assists as Ottawa takes the 10-3 lead.
Again, great passing efficiency by Ottawa. Everybody touching the ball, getting the defense to rotate, finding Kiernan on that right-hand side within 2 and 2 or 1 and 1 right on the crease for the dunk. Look at Kiernan just outside the crease, low and away, scores goals.
It is now a 7-0 run for Ottawa, going back to the second quarter of this contest as we have an impasse here off the faceoff. Finally worked free. And they chase it to the near side boards. Davis Allen knocked Stevens into the wall. Jay Thornbert, of course, one of the all-time greats in the faceoff dot here in the National Lacrosse League.
Yeah,
and
credit to him, 16-year veteran. Started off when the Boston franchise was around.
And he is creeping toward another milestone. He's getting close to 2,000 loose balls on his career, and he'd be just the 4th player in NLL history to reach that mark. Wings will take over here on a shot clock expiration, and Mitch Jones trying to get the offense going. Dipped it out in front, but O'Neill double teamed and it's taken away. John LaFontaine getting a stick on it, and Ottawa back up the floor. Thornbert
Just
in
a guy
his 16th season.
Yeah, just a guy that does it all. He faces off, he plays defense. He's a true two-way player. He can put the ball in the net, but hasn't. But just a great loose ball guy, a glue guy that you need to be an effective, full-dimensional squad.
Pretty passing sequence there. Damoud made the save. Wings had the ball, but then trying to go in transition. Passes off the mark, so it's going back the other way. And now we've got a fight. It's Alex Pace going at it with Dustin Burkhoff as they go to the end boards. And this one has got a little bit of extra juice to it.
Burkhoff, 6'3", 220. Had his helmet off quick. Couldn't get Pace's helmet off. He took him to the ground with his helmet.
And Alex Pace in his 5th year, all here in Philadelphia after being drafted in 2019. That's probably a good summary there of the frustration this team is feeling right now with the way things are going.
And one of the tough defenders, one of their top defenders for the Philadelphia Wings, Alex Pace, just a great leader, character guy. He's normally covering the top defender. He's covering Teat most times that they set up. That time he got it going, dropping gloves.
We'll get the announcements here as to what has transpired on this play.
Penalties on 1. Penalty face masking. Minor penalty roughing. Ottawa number 4. Minor penalty face mask. Minor penalty roughing. 5-on-5.
So 2 minors apiece. That leads us to 5-on-5 rather than 4-on-4. And the Wings, rather I believe Ottawa is going to have possession. Don't miss any of the action this season. Head to NLL.com/tickets and get yourself front row seats to your favorite NLL team for all of the big hits, highlight reel goals, and star-studded matchups. That's NLL.com/tickets. And for these Ottawa Black Bears, one more home game on April the 12th against Las Vegas. Philadelphia Wings have one more home game also on April the 12th against the Georgia Swarm. So 5-on-5 here with a man aside in the box. Will proceed more or less as normal, as Longboat's the one on the left side with it. Works it out to O'Connor. Now they tried to skip it out in front. Headed to the net was Kiernan. He was accosted and he wanted a call, but here come the Wings quickly the other way. It's Wagner dropping it off for Desnew. Behind the back to Wagner. Back to Desnew. Who are these guys? Desnew winds and fires. That one just wide. And it ricochets into the stands out of play. It'll be Ottawa possession.
Desnew's got a great shot from outside. Very accurate. Knows how to pick corners. Great speed and accuracy on his shot. As I said earlier, he's got 8 goals. Leads all defenders in the National Lacrosse League in scoring. Not scared to take it. Coach Rubel's looking to try to get some of the other guys involved. I mean, Jones and Resetarits are in the top 5 in scoring, and they haven't scored tonight. And on command, there's Joe Resetarits breaking the ice for his first goal this evening.
Resetarits out the front door in transition, takes the feed and bounces it through the legs of Zach Higgins, as Simpson found him for the Wings' first goal in quite a while. Over 2 quarters of drought snapped there by Joe Resetarits.
And it's on the transition. Simpson pushes it up that right-hand side, has a great fake to pull Higgins to that left-hand pipe, and then finds a streaking Resetarits coming down the backside for that catch and shot. That's 33 for him. 99, he's going to be over 100 points right now. Nope, that's 99 points
close
for him right now.
I was told there would be no math. There was a battle for the ball in front of the Ottawa bench, and the officials momentarily disagreed, I think, on which way it was going, but it's going to be Ottawa possession. Under 11 minutes to play in this one, and this is what we had entering tonight. Resetarits and Jones have been right there with each other, neck and neck all season at 98. So Resetarits with that goal, that's his first point of the night. Jones has passed the 100 mark. He's at 101 now. He's got 3 assists on the game. And he's looking to make another one here as he backs away from pressure. Off to the left side, now it comes back for O'Neill. Bounces one in on Higgins and a save made. He'll gobble that up, and Ottawa going the other way. But that's Callum Jones, by the way, is all over Mitch Jones there on that possession, and that's why you draft a player like him with a 3rd overall pick.
Yeah.
It's the kind of defense that he can play.
I mean, that's just good defensive coaching right there. We were just saying back in our day, we would take away cut off the head, right? If they take away Resetarits and Jones, let the other guys score. Prove to us that the other guys can score in us. And right now for the Philadelphia Wings, there really aren't many other guys that are putting the ball in the net. Certainly to keep up with their goals per game average, they've fallen down to 11.8 goals per game. They started off at 15. Now they're down, but with 4 goals on the night, they need to pick up that production.
We've got a timeout on the floor with 9:25 left to go in this fourth quarter. Time is ticking away here for the Philadelphia Wings as they trail the Ottawa Black Bears 11-4. Back at Wells Fargo Center here in the fourth quarter with Ottawa holding the lead. Right now it's time for the assist of the game, brought to you by Eero. The hidden ball trick, Scott.
Let's take a look at it right here. A lot of people going for that loose ball. Kieran looked like he picked it up. 3 guys missed that ball, left it for Riley. Here's Kieran, and they're going to probably give Kieran the assist. But it's Riley O'Connor with the hidden ball trick with the Eero assist of the game.
That is the first Eero assist of the game in the league this year that was unassisted.
Right.
But it really wasn't. That was an assist. And you get a couple of happy Ottawa fans there. I think they might have something to do with Larson Sundown. I don't know. Just a guess. But here watching their guy tonight, and he's got a goal and his team's got a lead.
Proud parents in the stands wearing their colors and his number 68 on their neck. As Ottawa, the 11-4 lead over Philadelphia.
Got a foul away from the ball that was gonna just give possession, I think, to Philadelphia, but then Mitch Jones and a Black Bear exchanged some pushing.
Ottawa number 15, 2 minutes, dead ball foul.
It is Brent Noseworthy, and it does earn him a trip to the box. So we'll take a look at it here, right side of your screen. There's Noseworthy with the shove.
Noseworthy, the 6'4", 230-pound defender out of Michigan, marking up on Jones, frustrating him, trying to take him out of the game. He's been shutting him down pretty well, but he's going to the box. A little too aggressive. See if the Wings can answer on the power play.
Here's Jones up high, goes left side, firing and hitting the post was Joe Resetarits, I believe, or Leclerc over there. Facing us, hard to tell. It is Leclerc. And he's hobbling a little bit after that. He's favoring that left foot. Here is Jones now up top. Jones for O'Neill. Back to Jones. Off left side, behind the net. Here's a dunk attempt from Leclerc, and that one was kept out, and Leclerc hobbling back to the bench.
Looked like he had it. Credit to Higgins getting there, knowing it was coming low. Got his entire the left side and glove side to that pipe to make the save.
You gotta give credit there to Sam Leclerc trying to dunk attempt after obviously his ankle already bothering him from something a moment earlier. Here's Clark on the left side. He's looking for a hat trick here tonight. Taggart Clark behind the back, in front of the net, and behind the back scoop shot from Eric Fennell. That was all pretty sneakily done. I don't even think those guys meant to do that, but that's the kind of skill they have in this league.
If he put that in the net, that would have been one for SportsCenter top 10.
Here's
number
O'Neill
1.
Up top for Jones. Now left side, a shot save. Higgins thought it was behind him. It was actually well out in front of him, but his defense is able to take care of it. And Brownell will bring it up the floor, and 26 seconds left on this Wings power play. The Black Bears can kill off the rest of it right here. Here's Callum Jones. He'll move it off to the right side for Longboat. Longboat to Jeff Teat. Teat tried to shoot, that was blocked, goes into the glove of Damoud, and it's moved ahead for Mitch Jones. Penalty time has expired. Teams are back to full strength. Noseworthy out of the box quickly. Jones out in front for Leclerc, and a save made by Higgins. And Leclerc banging the glass in frustration as the battle ensues behind the net. It's pulled out of there by Ottawa. And now we've got a whistle. They're going to give the ball back to Philadelphia here.
Sundown with a great loose ball from behind. However, it's going to turn it over. Wings back on the offense.
Broken stick on the floor belongs to Caputo. He'll head off, and Leclerc jumps on as O'Neill moves it out to the left side. This goaltender's been busy here tonight. It's been pretty even, but here's a save made by Higgins. It's just a matter of the Black Bears having a little bit better luck against Nick Damoud here tonight. Here is Jones. Jones with some space. Pass was blocked, he'll get it back. Top, Evan Messenger fires and scores! Evan Messenger out of nowhere gets his first goal of the season. And we'll see if that gives the Wings some life.
There's one of the other guys answering the bell right there. Evan Messenger with just a blast from outside. He put everything he had on that shot. Let it rip. Beat Higgins. He hasn't seen a shot that hard for a while. Jones finds Messenger on that left-hand side. Just rips it down low. Big wind-up. Lets it go. Great goal by Evan Messenger.
Messenger's first goal as a member of the Wings. It's only the 8th goal of his NLL career, and we're going to have a fight back down by the Wings net as Liam Patton has dropped the gloves with Dustin Burkhoff. They engage. Burkhoff with some lefts. Patton trying to get an arm free. Now he gets a right, and they go to the floor. As Messenger, or rather Burkhoff, headed to the box, Patton gives his goaltender a pat on the chest protector, and they'll both head off.
Patton, one of the toughest guys on this Philadelphia Wings roster, dropping the gloves, taking on the 6'3", 225 forward and Burkhoff. Patton just plays hard minutes all the time, just steady, reliable defenseman.
Penalties on the play. Ottawa number 4, Philadelphia number 12. Each have 5 minutes for fighting. 5-on-5.
He's also proven he's got his teammates back. Mixing it up right there.
So the Wings hoping the combination of that goal and that fight can give them some momentum as Rowlett and Thornburg go in here for this draw. Liam Patton, an original Wing that left and then came back in the dispersal of the Panther City roster. Actually one of the guys that first went to Ottawa and then came here in the trade for Zach Higgins along with Phil Caputo. So 5-on-5 here with under 6 to play in this fourth quarter. The Ottawa Black Bears opened up a huge lead by holding the Wings off the score sheet for more than 2 quarters. Here's Longboat from distance. Save Damoud. Rebound, bounce just wide of the net, and it goes out of play, so that's going to give the ball back to Philadelphia.
Yeah, 7 straight goals for Ottawa until the Wings just answered with 2 back-to-back.
DeSnoo backs off of pressure and leaves it off for Mitch Jones. Jones trying to find some space, gets one away, and a save made by Higgins. Gobbles that up. And some more pushing and shoving behind the play again, as this is going to be an interesting ending to this one. Brent Noseworthy is on top of a wing, and the officials get in and prevent any further engagement. He actually got tangled up with Mitch Jones there.
Ottawa will take that trade any day. Noseworthy, the big defender, taking the top offensive scorer from the Philadelphia Wings off the field into the penalty box. I think Jones had enough of him chopping on him all night.
We'll get the news from our officiating crew here.
Philadelphia number 24 at a 10-minute misconduct. For roughing in the 10-minute misconduct.
So 2 and 10s for both players.
You want to put them in the dressing room now?
Yeah.
That sounds like a good idea. How about that?
They're both done with 5:02 remaining in the game. 10-minute penalties mean that they are done for the night. Headed to the locker room.
We welcome Matthew Schwartz to the broadcast. So for Mitch Jones now, it's going to be 2 games in a row without a goal for him. He's not scored since early in the Colorado game back on March the 15th, and there's no doubt that there's some frustration in there.
Yep, last week he against Toronto, he went 0 for 3.
Here's Kiernan up top. Pressured. Messenger all over him, drops it off for Clark. He scores! Taggart Clark picks up the hat trick. And it's a 12-5 Ottawa lead.
He's got the Hattie. Takes the shot from outside. Kiernan with a little flip. Watch number 41. There's Clark. Gets a little move. Little deflection. Rip it off the hip of Corbeil. Sticks that corner.
You want to talk about hidden ball tricks, Scott? There was another ball on the back of the net. And when Clark scored that goal, it popped it off. All of a sudden, we had 2 on the floor. And with that, we're going to get a goaltending change as Deacon Knott is going to come in for the 2nd consecutive game. Knott actually got the majority of the action last week up in Mississauga in the game for the Wings against the Toronto Rock. Oh, there's a big hit laid on off that faceoff, and we're going to get some more pleasantries here as the Wings jumping in on that one. Alex Pace did not like that hit. It's Reed Kurtz that laid it on. He's going to go to the box along with Pace.
Yep, having his teammates back again.
Penalties on the play. Philadelphia number 41, penalty roughing. 7, penalty under review.
So they're going to review this, and we'll tell you what they come up with when we come back, as we've got 4:39 left to go in this contest here in South Philadelphia. The Ottawa Black Bears leading the Philadelphia Wings by a 12-5 count. And we'll be back with the verdict right after this one. Back here at Wells Fargo Center. where Blaze Reardon pleading his case with the referee as this one ticks into its final minutes. The next NLL Friday night on TSN is set as Calgary visits Saskatchewan in the Battle of the Prairies at 9 Eastern. Don't miss a moment of the action on TSN, ESPN Plus, and NLL Plus.
But we're going to see some replays here. It basically starts right off the face-off. Rolette picks up a loose ball, gets the ball, and then Kurtz comes in and cross-checks him, kind of like a helpless defender. Let's see what the call is.
Upon further review, Ottawa number 7, major penalty has been rescinded. No penalty on the play. Penalties on the play, Philadelphia number 41, minor penalty, roughing.
No penalty at all is a different result.
Let's see the replay here. Okay, look at Rolette, gets the ball right in front. Here comes a cross check right to the neck by Kurtz, and then Pace comes to his defense. Looked like a high shot to a helpless faceoff guy in Rolette, and Pace had his back. But refs saw it differently. 2 wings in the box.
So a power play here for Ottawa, as that has been a bit of a sticking point here for the Wings here tonight. This is Ottawa's 6th power play opportunity, 3 for 5 to this point. Ottawa obviously in a position where they can just work it around and eat some clock. This is Clark, who's got 3 on the night, goes right side. Now around behind the net, it comes back out in front. Longboat to that right side. We've got a whistle and a foul away from the ball. Move it ahead. The Wings are going to try to kill some time here. Let's go down to the floor for our Mary McGinnis.
Yeah, Blaze Reardon was just upset with the referees that they're allowing so many cross checks here late in the game with the Black Bears up by 8 goals. And guys, it's just frustration from the Wings bench. I think they can't fathom where the season's gone, being 5-2 and now going to have their 8th consecutive loss and end their playoff chances. So just lots of frustration and disappointment down here on the Wings bench.
And I think that position from Reardon, Scott, is that on a play like that, there was not a penalty on the initial cross check.
Yep, there's some frustration. The Wings do need to keep calmer heads. One thing that the Wings have done is they've made the change to bring in Deacon Knott. They did it last week. I'm surprised they may not made that switch earlier. Deacon Knott played 44 minutes last week against Toronto. He had 26 saves on 35 shots. Another really talented young goaltender.
Longboat had it blocked off his stick off the shot. It's knocked back around behind the net, and Damu is going to fling this ahead as he's got Wagner in the area, but it's going to come to Higgins, and he's just going to haul it in and move it back up the floor. So with the Black Bears going to 7-8 most likely here on the season, again, that kind of catapults them back up the standings a little bit, and it's that 9-9 mark that you'd like to get to for Dan Ladouceur and his team. It's, again, no guarantee, but that puts you in a pretty good spot considering what else is going on around the league right now.
Right, and a lot of coaches say records don't matter. You can't underestimate a team based on their record, and I would say you can't underestimate the Ottawa Black Bears. This is a very talented team. They're getting hot right when it matters towards the playoffs. So Jeff Teed, again, led by number 51, the captain, one of the top players in the world, proving it again tonight with an 8-point performance, one better than his average against the Philadelphia Wings over his career.
And let's not forget that, this 6-8 record for Ottawa likely has a good bit to do with Teet being a little bit off his game earlier in the year. None of that matters anymore. His game is obviously back after these 3 contests here, and so you're right. They're going to be a dangerous bunch here down the stretch.
He's dialed in. But that's, as we talk about the bottom of the standings right now, you got to give credit to the top of the standings where the Buffalo Bandits, the defending 2-time champs, are at 11-3. Saskatchewan's at 10-4. The last 2 teams that are in the 8th and 7th seed will play 1 and 2. So they got their hands full because they're going to see 2 of the top teams in the National Lacrosse League.
Yep, and again, there's been a couple of games this year where teams have been able to get the best of those guys at the top, as here's another stop by Zach Higgins. What a game he's had here in his return to Philadelphia. Stevens with the ball with 1:09 left in the fourth quarter. And Higgins unofficially right now with 40 saves in this one. Again, Ottawa killing some time. Here's Taggart Clark. He dunks one home. And a 4-goal game for Taggart Clark. He's got a 7-point night.
Yep, that's his 4th goal to go with 3 helpers. Clark with a great cut and finish. Coming right down the middle. Great play by Clark.
And that is a career high for Taggart Clark with the 4 goals. He had 2 hat tricks previously in his career.
Beautiful cut right down the middle. Gets behind his defender. Great pass by O'Connor. Hits him right on the stick for a dunk in front.
The 7 points is also a career high for Taggart Clark. Wings with a possession here with 42 seconds left in this game. Here's Evan Messenger. Winds and fires. Save made by Higgins. Loose ball right into the stick of Dustin Burkhoff. Rather, excuse me, that's Luke Magnan coming up the floor with it. And now they're just going to work it out as LaFontaine will put it over to the right side for Fennell. LaFontaine gets this back. And they're just going to play catch here as they work down these final seconds. A little bit of difference between the game and the shot clock, but they're just going to let it go into the corner. Fennell will dunk it, drop it there. And the Wings get to it to Snoo. He's going to throw it the length of the floor here. Well, no, he's just going to hold on to it as the time will wind down. And the Ottawa Black Bears move to 7-8 on the season. They're able to snuff out the Philadelphia Wings offense, and they take an 13-5 victory here this evening at Wells Fargo Center.
And credit to Zach Higgins coming back to Philadelphia with a big night, 41 saves. Number 31 strong between the pipes, but it was the offense for Ottawa that was the difference. Jeff Teat, 4 goals, 5 assists for 9 points. Taggart Clark, 4 goals, 3 assists, 7 points. Connor Kiernan, a goal, 5 assists with 6 points. O'Reilly with O'Connor with 2. Sundown and Jones round out the scoring, 13-5. The offense was a little lackluster for the Philadelphia Wings, only able to put 5 points on the board.
So again, Ottawa with the win, going to 7-8 on the year. They will temporarily be in a tie with Calgary, and the Philadelphia Wings at 5-10 on the season will stay pretty much in their slot, as it is a tough one here tonight for the Wings. But Taggart Clark with a career night, helping pace his team. Jeff Teat with 9 points is just an ordinary night for him, but Clark with a great one, as you see Zach Higgins going by and saying hi to a lot of his former teammates. Some hugs exchanged. I think he's going to join us here in a few minutes, but it's a good homecoming for him, and one for Taggart Clark too, again a former Wing. And the Wings again picking up their first overall pick that turned into Brennan O'Neill when they sent Clark to the Riptide a year ago. He goes with the franchise to Ottawa, but he has a good homecoming as well here in Philadelphia tonight.
For Philadelphia right now, it's